The Last Light is a ceremonial tribute I wrote about 5 years ago, and it's a tribute for comedians to give to another comedian when they pass away. The way The Last Light came about was because of actor-comedian Kane Lopez. Kane was my cousin and my best friend, and on July 9th, 2009, Kane lost his second battle with cancer. At the hospital that last week, there were so many comics that came by to see him. I mean, day after day, hour after hour. I really got to see the heart of the comedy community. So when I was planning his funeral, I really wanted his comedy family to be part of the services. Writing comedy with Kane was more of a hobby for me. I've been a professional fireman for over 15 years. I came up with The Last Light by putting them both together. Firefighters have a ceremonial tribute for fallen firefighters that involve ringing a bell called the last alarm. Throughout history, a bell was rung to alarm the firefighters of a fire, and then it was rung again when they were back at the firehouse. So now it's tradition to give the fallen firefighter the last alarm by ringing a bell at the ceremony. The reason I chose The Light was because I wanted something that all stand-up comedians can relate to. It's in reference to the light that a comedian gets during a set to let them know that it's time to wrap it up, and it's a symbol of their profession. The best way to kind of explain The Last Light is to read how it was read at Kane's funeral. It was performed by myself, comedian Siddiqui Fuller, and comedian Dennis Gaxiola. The Last Light. On July 9th, 2009, comedian Kane Lopez died of lung cancer at the age of 30. On the day of his funeral, Kane's cousin and two of Kane's close friends said goodbye to Kane with a ceremony. They intended the ceremony to be a tradition for comedians to say goodbye to their colleague. They called it The Last Light. Throughout a comedian's career, they will be called onto stage thousands of times. Towards the end of their given time, they are given a light. The light signifies to wrap it up because time is ending. At the end of their set, they exit leaving it all out on stage. Today we say goodbye to a dear friend and colleague by giving him the last light. Now, the next part was basically a way to help prompt the audience of what was going to happen. Today we give our dear friend and colleague a proper and well-deserved intro and bring Kane to the stage one last time. When the applause settles, there will be a moment of silence that will represent the time on stage. After the moment of silence, we'll walk up to Kane's casket and give Kane the last light. Another moment of silence will be given to represent wrapping it up. After this last pause, we will announce Kane's name one last time for a standing ovation and a set well done, and send Kane off to his next journey. We were able to record the ceremonial tribute that was given to Kibibi Dillon, also performed by Dennis Gaxiola. It was performed another time for comedian Rudy Medina, so it's actually been performed 3 times.
My name is Dennis Gaxiola. I'm one of the Sacramento area comedians. A good friend of ours passed a couple years ago. He was a comedian, and his cousin is a fireman. And he wrote a ceremony to emulate what the firemen do when a fireman passes. They ring a bell for the last time to honor the fireman's service. A comedian, when they are finished performing, a light is shined from the back of the room to let them know that their time and their performance has come to an end. And I'm going to explain it to you so that we can do it right and honor Kabibi. Amen? What I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce Kabibi as if she was coming to the stage. I'm going to read off her credits, and I'm going to do it in a manner that would make Kabibi smile. And we're going to applaud the way a comedian is greeted to the stage. And when the applause is over, we're going to have a moment of silence symbolizing Kabibi's performance. When that moment of silence is up, the young men are going to come and they're going to shine a light on Kabibi's picture, symbolizing that the performance is over for this journey on life, on earth. They will hold the light for about 30 seconds, and when that light is over, I'll do it the way we do it in a comedy club or in a performance But we're going to give her the biggest, loudest standing ovation possible to conclude the performance of her life. So ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for Khabibi Dillon? By way of Richmond, California, a graduate of Alcerino High School, a graduate of Howard, she performed from New York to California, from Broadway stages to colleges and high schools, and served all across the country. One of the funniest young ladies you will ever meet, a bright, shining star. Would you please welcome to the stage the one and only Khabibi Dillon? Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please all stand and give a final standing ovation to our sister, Khabibi Dillon. She deserves more than that. Let's give it up for Khabibi Dillon. God bless you. We'll see you on the other side, Khabibi.
When I wrote The Last Light, I really wanted the comedy family to be part of Kane's services. I believe that Kane had another family besides his immediate family. And it was also a way for comics to have closure when they actually have to say goodbye to a fellow colleague. It was something that I saw as well in my profession, the tightness of the people who you work with, that you're around all the time. I just want to thank you for watching this interview, and hopefully we'll be able to use The Last Light as a tradition. It's something that can be performed for a comedian who's just starting off or to a seasoned veteran. It's something that I found very honorable after seeing it performed. So take care.